Hey, podcast listeners. Tired of ads barging into your favorite news podcast? Good news. With Amazon Music, you have access to the largest catalog of ad-free top podcasts included with your Prime membership. Stay up to date on everything newsworthy by downloading the Amazon Music app for free or go to amazon.com/ad-free news. That's amazon.com/ad-free news to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads.
It's Friday, November 8th, 2024, and this is the Washington Times front page. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. Donald Trump has tapped campaign manager Susie Wiles to become his White House chief of staff, becoming the first woman to hold the post. Susan Ferricchio reports she was head of his Florida operation in 2016 and is the daughter of the late former sportscaster and NFL star Pat Summerall. Her selection was Trump's first personnel announcement for his administration. Other names under consideration for top posts are more obscure, but they could hold some of the country's most important jobs. His official transition operation is headed by Linda McMahon, the former WWE executive who ran the Small Business Administration in Trump's first term, and Cantor Fitzgerald CEO Howard Lutnick. Voters in 8 states approved ballot measures to strengthen bans on non-citizen voting in their jurisdictions. Stephen Dinan reports voters in Missouri amended their constitution to ban non-citizen voting, ranked choice voting, and runoff elections, with nearly 69% of voters supporting the measure. Non-citizen voting bans were also approved in Idaho, Oklahoma, Iowa, Wisconsin, Kentucky, North Carolina, and South Carolina. European leaders have made their first collective move since Donald Trump's presidential election victory by calling for a far more considerable emphasis on defense spending. Most European leaders were hesitant to take a strong public stand in the run-up to the U.S. election. Now that Trump is on his way to a second term, they're reaching out to protect themselves from disruptions. The practical reactions came from a summit in Budapest and included calls for more European autonomy on defense. The summit was organized to shore up support for Ukraine, whose war against Russia approaches its 3rd anniversary early next year. California Governor Gavin Newsom has called for a special legislative session to gird for a legal battle against the Trump administration over issues such as abortion, climate change, and immigration. The special session, slated to begin December 2nd, will focus on providing more funding to the state attorney general's office to pursue litigation against any unlawful actions by the incoming administration and defend the state against any federal lawsuits. The Democrats' announcement, Valerie Richardson reports, makes it clear that the Golden State is determined to renew its resistance to Trump's policies. The state filed more than 100 lawsuits against the first Trump administration. And finally, franchise valuations in the WNBA are soaring, and a dozen cities are vying for teams as the Women's Basketball League moves to expand and capitalize on its surge in popularity. Liam Griffin reports the league played with 12 teams in 2024 and will add a team in San Francisco next year and 2 more, one in Toronto and the other in Portland, Oregon, the following year. The WNBA's in-person attendance rose from 3.17 million in 2023 to 4.71 million this year, primarily because of the mass market appeal of rookie sensation Caitlin Clark. Her Indiana Fever games were often moved from smaller WNBA arenas to NBA buildings to accommodate more fans. Find all today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.